Let's see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
There we go. Are we good? Good morning, everybody. This is the morning show. Replacing George Jiggity Chanzrizo today is me, none other than me, bringing you the news. Patreon.com/Pantelis. If you're looking for some comedy, look no further than Tuesday nights at the Bordel Comedy Club. 9:15 p.m. We got crazy lineups. If you look at the last couple of weeks, you will see that there is no better lineup, and there has been no better lineup for years in Montreal in English than the shows I put on at the goddamn Bordel. Tonight, you can come watch us. Comfort Zone Live, Third Floor Comedy Club, 8 p.m. tonight. The show is at 8 p.m. It's moved from its old 8:30 spot to 8 p.m. It's live on the internet. It's live on Crescent. Pick one and join us. Poseidon is controlling the board right now. You can find him online. I am Poseidon.com. The man in front of me bringing you the news this morning is Phil Jiggity Balabanos.
Jiggity.
Yeah, you're taking it from George because you're bringing the news today.
I mean, okay.
Phil Balabanos is a man of many talents. Some related to film, others sexploitation. But today he's bringing us journalism. Phil Balabanos, everybody.
Can we just take a second to address this? The fucking drip coming off you.
No, for real, it fucking suits you.
I walked into the studio. I was like, I feel ugly and poor. Look at him.
This is my newsman costume.
This
look
is
like
your
a really-
fucking.
I'm telling the news today.
Right now,
You look
across
like a
the
filthy
internet,
rich hippie.
you got Sheehan vibes. I told you.
Yeah,
But right now,
I'm
there's
channeling
just
my
there are
inner Robbie.
vaginas just dropping off of their hosts, just to the
I
ground.
don't think it's going that far.
Yeah.
But we're telling the news.
The news is, you are the news, sir. I have no news because George sent us everything, so it's George's news. I just want to preface by saying
Any
that
news
all
you bring up, George brought
gave us, unless I tell you otherwise.
up. Okay, well,
But first, an anecdote.
yes.
In some news, it's anecdotal news. I used to work for the CLSC. You know that.
That's a great anecdote, Phil.
Back in
Moving
the
on.
day. No, that's
We-
important.
oh.
A family, like a relative, is in from out of town.
Yeah.
A cousin of my mom's who's trying to help his parents get some services because they're very old now. From the CLSC.
Okay, I was like services.
Yeah, not that kind of services. And turns out what was already a broken and terrible home care system for the elderly when I was there 10 years ago is
even
almost
worse.
non-existent. I just spent...
In a good way or bad way? Like they fixed it?
No. If by fixed it you mean they're like, these programs don't work well, let's just stop offering them, then yes, super fixed.
Okay.
But I just spent 35 minutes on the phone trying to get through to the main line because I no longer have the internal numbers. It's been 12 years. And the woman who answered the phone, I told her, I want to speak. I gave her a name because I know she's the head nurse in the department. And she goes, which site? I was like, Park Extension. She's like, I answer the phone for 6 different places. You got to be more specific. And
Wait, Parkex has more than one?
Well, Parkex is part of the CUSS Centre Ouest de Lille, right? It's a bunch of CLSCs. It's always been. And I was like, what? She goes, do you know how complicated that is? I should have said nothing, but I was like, yeah, I do. I used to do your job when I was in school and lazy and stoned half the time. So don't give me attitude. Do your fucking job.
I don't appreciate your attitude.
she
On
hung up on
International
me.
Women's Day, and and this is how you speak
I
to a
didn't
lady.
say she was a woman.
Yeah, you did.
I'm just assuming her gender.
No, you did.
I don't celebrate International Women's Day because I'm not a TERF like you.
Well, I will tell you something. I don't know what a turf is.
Yes, you do.
But I will.
You
what's
taught
a
me
turf?
the term.
What's a turf?
A trans exclusionary feminist.
Oh, every time you say turf, in my head it's TE. I keep thinking of like it's.
It is
It is
TE.
TE.
Really?
Yeah, trans exclusion. To to exclude.
I keep thinking it's you.
Did you mean
so it throws me off?
No, you're thinking of turf wars.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what,
I think
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, you're
That's what I'm
thinking
thinking.
of you as well.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I'm not AstroTurf.
Turf wars.
No, I just
it's
wanted
not
to bring
turf.
that up and say that the CLSCs are broken and the government
I
is
have an
fucking
anecdote
us.
for you.
Tell me an anecdote, Sexy P.
The parking lady had a
no.
conversation with me as I was coming in. As per my contract, I'm obliged to
Speak
have
to
these
her.
conversations.
I tried to set you up to get through quick today, but it may
didn't
have
work.
backfired.
But she gave me a good anecdote. She goes, "Did you know that today's International Women's Day?"
Did she know? She knew.
And I said, "I know this." She
Wow.
goes, "You know how I know?" I said, "How?" She said, "Because my husband, he works for a textile company. He makes clothes for women." I said, "That's cool." He
Okay.
goes, so today they have paid time off. He has paid time off because of International Women's Day because he's making clothes for women. And then I laughed and I said,
That's a joke.
"Shouldn't you have the time off because you're a woman?" She's like, I try to debate that. I said the same thing. I go, how do you like the woke wars of 2023? They make sense, huh?
Honestly,
Should women have the day off? No. I should because I thought of women.
I thought of
they
women,
need to
yeah.
go to work. It's amazing.
That's what they wanted. That's what they've been fighting for all these years. Every 10th encounter with her is gold. The other 9,
It's amazing.
fine.
What
That,
kinda-
that 10th one, though. Oof.
Give me
She's
the news.
nice though. She's
Let me
nice.
see
Give me
what
the
George-
news.
Poseidon, you pulled everything up, right?
I absolutely did. Yes.
Are we allowed to talk about
absolutely did.
entertainment news? We
Yeah,
could talk about
absolutely.
the Ninja Turtles and how Seth Rogen
Let's
is
do it.
destroying my childhood.
So he's been working on this for like 4 or 5 years because I've been following the pre-production on
Yeah.
it. It seems like of those 4 or 5 years, 6 of them he was really stoned and started an ashtray company for a while. So it took a while to get the scripts fixed. I watched the trailer. I love the animation. I'm not going to pretend. The animation is interesting.
That's all I'm going to say.
It's interesting. It's not Into the Spider-Verse interesting, but it's interesting. It was nice to see them be goofy because they're goofy, the turtles,
But
right?
they're too young in this. He made them younger.
They're Gen Z or
They're like
turtles.
preteen.
No, I
They're
don't
not
think they're
teenage.
preteen. Really?
Yeah, they're very.
There was that one scene where he gets stabbed in the trailer, which amused me. But aside from that, it was lackluster.
It didn't feel in a world where the last Ronin exists, where you had a dark, gritty,
But can you?
sad story to go.
Does the cinema world need dark, gritty Ninja Turtles? I think
course.
let's reintroduce a younger generation of Ninja Turtles and then give them the last Ronin.
That doesn't
when they're
make
a
any
bit
sense.
older.
That's never going to happen because
Why?
we already have. That would have already happened. We've already introduced a young generation to the Ninja Turtles.
That's true,
Which
actually,
is
it's
my
right.
generation, every generation after myself.
Every generation after us got introduced to bad Ninja Turtles, though.
But this is bad Ninja Turtles too.
We don't know yet.
We
don't know
know
for sure.
We could tell.
It
It's
might.
Seth Rogen with what he's been doing lately.
No, but you could tell it's a hacky.
He is a California commie.
It's a hacky. It's a hacky trailer.
You know he's Canadian.
You fell
aware.
into the goo. Well, we call it ooze. Ooze is better. Goo is gooey. Ooze is. It's like, God damn it, man. We've been mulching over the same ooze goo shit for 20 fucking years.
Is that the joke, though? The fact that we've been doing it? I think I'm giving him too much credit.
Give him way too much credit. Isn't it?
Yeah, he's
look,
really
it's
high.
shit. It's I don't know why we
I
gotta
don't know.
defend the guy.
I
It's
saw
shit.
that April O'Neil was trending on Twitter.
April O'Neil was trending because she was known as a hot redhead back in the day,
She was a hot redhead.
and then now they just I don't know. They changed her race and they made her
And she's
unattractive.
frumpy.
But it doesn't matter that they made her unattractive. It's a cartoon. Technically, they're not supposed to be attractive in the first place. It's rare when they are. So that I don't really care.
Is it? Because have you ever watched a Disney movie? Have you seen the asses on those fucking main characters, the women? They always have like dump truck asses.
I have to look to confirm.
You confirm.
But I'll confirm.
You confirm. You do
But
that.
this is more of the case of why do they hate redheads so much in Hollywood? Like they keep
find?
eliminating the redhead. Yeah, you ever noticed?
No, I
What's-
feel
what's
like
the new
there's
one
more
called, by the
redheads. Mutant Mayhem,
They keep
which is a
el-
stupid title.
They keep eliminating the redhead.
Which redheads have been eliminated?
April O'Neil, right there.
This one, huh?
No, there's many. You never see redheads in.
Chastain?
I don't even know what that
I've
is.
seen enough.
Jessica Chastain.
That's an
from
actress,
images.
bro.
Yeah, but she gets a lot of leading roles as a redhead.
Not really. She doesn't lead much. No. Where does she lead?
Isn't she in the Jurassic Park series? That's not her. That's the other
That's
one.
not her. Yeah,
That's
so-
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard has a.
April O'Neil
Yeah.
is now.
Yeah, we went through it. He's repeating.
Okay.
No. We gotta
Let him
put an
let
end to it now. We can't keep doing
So
that.
I'll be honest, I didn't read any of George's news because I assumed it was all paid and bought and paid for by the Chinese government.
That's probably true, but I thought you said you were gonna set all that up.
No, I didn't. Zero said that. You assumed that I said that by not saying it. What I did say was we should do the show just me and you without George.
We gotta have news,
So
All right.
and there's so much. Okay.
So the main news that George I know wanted to talk about was the fact that Justin Trudeau's government has finally agreed to assign a rapporteur, someone to head a public inquiry into whether or not there was Chinese interference in the last
Okay,
election.
well, there was Chinese interference.
We know that.
We discussed that,
Yeah.
but is he going to appoint this? Because that doesn't make any sense.
It seems like he's going to appoint one of his friends Because even though, from what I saw, every other party is on board with, hey, something's going on here. Let's do a public inquiry because they realize the rest of us aren't going to be stupid forever. Justin's still like, I don't think this is necessary. That was my takeaway. The fact that he's clearly guilty of something here that he's aware of. And now he's going to build a committee that he's going to hand select to look into whether or not he did something sketchy.
Hot off the presses, got news from George. George sent this to me with the message, he needs to die.
Oh, that was, I saw that.
And
What was that?
and in the Journal de Montréal, I'm going to translate, it says, sexual crimes on students. An elementary school teacher in Montreal North pleads guilty. And it says here, in the last
I'm
hour,
reading it with you.
Poseidon, you could bring this guy up here. This is
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
bring
first
it up
story
right
he
now.
sent.
it's the third story.
I'm reading something else.
Ex teachers of a primary school in Montreal North. There's a guy named Dominic Blanchette pled guilty to
This guy.
a number of
Look at this piece of shit.
accusations.
Look at this guy.
Holy shit!
What did he do?
He looks, I don't know. He looks goofy, but I wouldn't, when I would see him, if I'd see that face, I wouldn't think pederast right away. But
He would take them.
yeah, what
Whoa.
would he do?
He would go out and take them to restaurants during lunchtime.
I'm already disgusted.
Like
Jesus
dates.
Christ.
Then
What
Like
a
all the
waste of
students
money.
at the same time.
he would pull them out of Service de Garde at the end of the day without notifying their parents and spend alone time with them. We're not sure what that means.
Yo.
He acted as a confidant for them.
So far, you haven't said anything bad. You're like, dude, he would take them out to restaurants. He would be a confidant.
He would hold their hands and hug them.
All
I mean,
right.
so far, I haven't heard anything. I mean,
Look, right now you're just making him seem like a cool dude. So I don't think you're doing this right.
he was going after pre-adolescents.
5 victims he had apparently.
Did he?
But I'm just saying, hearing. I mean, he was a bit creepy, but I'm not hearing. Yeah, guys, I'm not.
Oh, he had juvenile pornography as well.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There
Now
it
it's
is. Yeah, I
starting.
see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. He had sexual relations with a girl that's under 16 years old.
Oh, so he's a predator.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You
So
didn't
he
go
is
far
a
enough.
predator.
You didn't go far enough. You
Yeah.
tip of the
I
iceberg.
was like, oh, this seems nice. He's held their hands, make sure they felt safe. I was like,
I
what's
think
going
Poseidon's
on?
going to have to go deal with something in a minute.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Are they aware?
Yeah, they're aware.
Yeah.
And
were-
didn't we have the talk yesterday of come tell us?
We had a whole. I really. Yesterday was quite a day. Yesterday was quite
Give it a
day.
second. What happens again, Poseidon?
And if you do go,
Calmate.
yeah, be
I was very
cool.
calm last time too.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm
it
not
just-
saying. I didn't say you weren't. I just said you go. You're like, hey, you guys, you know we're recording, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that anyone can hear the drilling, but it's annoying.
It's annoying.
Yeah. It's principle.
It's
You know
principle.
what's
Principle,
been getting
principle,
even worse, by the way, and like it feels like they're doing it on purpose.
The
now.
guys upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lately
yeah.
I've noticed. I'm like,
Like,
what, are they playing? Like,
But
what
you
are
don't
they?
understand because before they would just drop the stuff. You heard doom.
Get back to the news.
I'm sorry.
We don't have any more news. I haven't read any of the stories. I
Why
fell
not?
asleep.
Come on,
Last night.
Phil. You made me. You literally yesterday. You made me do a show today. Remember?
Yeah, I said we can do the show us, but I just figured you were mad about a bunch of stuff and we'd talk about it.
Well, no, it's a news show. It's a fucking news show.
Doesn't
You gotta-
always need to be the same
Yes, it-
type of show.
Yes, it
could
is.
be
It's the
news
morning. No,
that
it's the
you
morning
heard
show.
about.
It's the morning show.
Well,
It's gotta
fucking
be-
George got
it's gotta
all
be
his news from the exact same
Pardon,
place.
pardon,
Okay.
No, that's not all right.
In other news, so you guys know the SAC with all this bullshit that's happening. The new Click SAC or SAC Click, whatever it's called.
now.
It's been fixed now, but they paid over $1 billion so that
Not
it
a
doesn't work.
billion.
Yes, $1.3 billion.
To do what?
1.3 milliards.
Build it.
To build the software
No,
and the
that's not
website.
true because I don't even need to go far. I'm
Bro,
just gonna
SAC
go to,
employees told me this. I was at the SAC
fuck
last
the
week.
SAC.
Forget second.
We're
What do
gonna
they
go
know, bro? They
to
work for
my
the SAC.
tweet that I tweeted, which is the tweet that made you aware of the situation. Initially 3
$1.5
weeks
billion.
ago.
You know what you could do with 1.5 billion, dude? If they had to make a
You
software
can
for
fucking
1.
beat the Ukraine.
Are you fucking crazy, bro?
I'll go to my profile because I did the research on that day, found it, and quoted how much it was, and it was not $1.3 billion.
If it is, that's a waste of money. We're getting robbed. That's
Either
crazy.
way, it's a waste of money. Here we go, 458 million.
That's still a lot.
And I know because I myself verified this number before.
but
I
that is a
quoted it.
lot too. They're getting.
Of course,
they're
it's a
getting,
lot. It's a Squarespace website. Let's be serious.
Yeah,
Why
it's-
did I hear 1.3 billion?
Because that's what some peasant told you, and you're like, bro, this guy knows stuff. That's what happened.
No, I just thought
The ClickSack situation was a mess.
But anyways.
but it's resolved now.
some
for
people.
now.
What was
are-
a mess? Because I had no problems. I didn't have to do anything.
You
so
didn't
I
have to
know.
do anything. You couldn't sell a vehicle, buy a vehicle, transfer a vehicle, the license plate. You couldn't renew your license. You couldn't. Oh, and by extension, you couldn't renew your Medicare card because they're connected.
Communism. All right.
So people are upset at this one employee specifically because apparently she had an important role to play in the transition.
And she what?
And she went on vacation to Punta Cana, and people are upset. And
People are allowed to go on vacation.
and the
even if
Quebec
there's stuff
news
going
and
on.
the Quebec news are criticizing her, which
We're
I
criticizing
think,
her for what she legally was allowed to go take a vacation. She took it.
Yeah, there you go. But people like to point the finger and
At women.
say at and
Speaking of Women's Day again, I
a
see
bunch
on
of
Twitter
clowns.
the big trending. It popped up twice as a
They're
trending hashtag.
John Morant. We'll talk about that.
they're
We'll get
saying
that.
why was vacation time accorded to this member?
Oh, I thought we passed that.
Yeah,
He started.
I
Oh,
started a new
sorry.
thought
Okay.
'cause this was boring.
Started a new topic.
Trans women are women. That's what the hashtags are. People are mad that Women's Day is not celebrating trans women.
Well, there's trans in front of it, so there's clearly a difference.
You're a bigot.
I didn't make up the words.
I didn't make it
I
up
know,
either.
I'm
I'm
just
just saying.
okay,
Like
I'm just messing with you.
people are mad. But here we go.
Wait, what are they
Justin
mad
Trudeau-
about? That
Justin
there's-
Trudeau,
hold
1
on,
hour
they're
ago.
mad that there's an International Women's Day.
They're mad that International Women's Day isn't inclusive of trans women, which I mean seems to make sense to me.
Trans women have the whole rest of the year.
Well played. The shirts made you arrogant.
What are you talking about? Well, it's not. It's
Okay. And with a disturbing rise in anti-transgender hate here in Canada, this is Justin Trudeau 1 hour ago,
anti-hate.
and around the world recently, I want to be very clear about one thing. Trans women are women.
Yeah, that's what you tell your wife. I get it. I get what you've been telling her. But, homeboy, a cock's a cock.
If anyone's is trans in that relationship, it's him. It's not her.
I don't even know why this is a topic. Why don't they just have a trans thing and a women thing?
Don't
We
they
leave
have an
women.
International Trans Day?
They should, I guess. There's an international day for everything.
It should be on a Wednesday, but we should consider it a Tuesday because it feels like a Tuesday.
That's such a weird thing that, like, just. That's like when, let's say there's an
Not even
international. There's an international trans day.
Yeah?
And then you come up and you're like, what the fuck is this? Greeks could be trans too. It's like, yeah, no one's excluding you. Just do your
Yeah,
own thing. There's a
I
Greek
know.
day too. Just calm down. I don't think it's trans people that are complaining. It's people like Trudeau.
Someone in the chat is saying, talk about Russell Brand on the Meyer show. What's that? I
On the
didn't hear
Meyer
about,
show? I don't know what
didn't
the
hear
Meyer
about
show
this.
is.
Me neither.
Meyer.
Train accident in Greece.
Mi-
Yeah, Tasso,
Michael-
you're missing some episodes. We've
Michael
covered these.
Meyer.
I don't think it's Michael Myers, but
Yeah.
update on the train situation.
Oh, before you can, so we don't move on. So we let people know. This is just a Trudeau thing. This is just Trudeau trying to start shit with different communities. I haven't seen a trans person bitch about International Women's Day. I see Trudeau, the tweet that you said, but I haven't seen actual trans people.
He answers questions as though he's solving problems that,
That don't
don't yet
exist.
exist. It's an experiment. It's a quantum experiment. Like the problem doesn't exist until he solves it.
No, but essentially it's like, so dude, so there was Chinese interference in the elections. Your government is corrupt. You kind of overextended your reach. He's like, no, man, the thing is, what's up with these broads? Why do they hate trans people so much?
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's constantly.
Yeah.
Is it a straw man? It's not a straw man, really. He's just
It-
deflecting constantly.
It's a straw trans man at this point.
It's
Yeah.
a straw trans person.
That's what it is at this point.
Interstraw.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck? It's International Women's Day.
It doesn't make a difference. to
In
me.
the summer, you're going to have a fucking International Trans Day.
My wife
who
got
gives a
mad
fuck?
at me yesterday because my daughter goes, Dad, at school they told me there's like a day for like women and we're gonna have a big party.
Nice.
And I'm like, what? There's no party. No, it's International Women's Day. There's no party. Why is there no party? I go, because it's a made up fucking holiday.
Yeah, they're not,
And
none of
my
this
wife
shit's real.
was like, what the fuck are you? Why are you going off on Women's Day?
you're
I was
like-
like, I don't know, fuck.
Well, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, here's a mop. Honor your ancestors. What are you going to do, bro? What are you going to fucking do? It's so stupid.
I think all these days are stupid, like international everything.
Yeah, it's so
Like,
completely
fuck it.
insane.
Let's
I don't
just
even celebrate my birthday.
That's not true. You know
No, I
it's your
don't.
birthday. You're aware of your birthday.
Many times ask him, I forget, I need to be reminded. I go through it, put my head down, and I go through life. It's not a real
Why
thing.
you don't like your birthday?
It's not that I don't like it. It's not a real thing. It's just another day.
It's a mile marker.
Because if I want to do something, I'm not going to wait for my birthday. I'll just do it.
No. I'm not saying to do something special in your life because it's your birthday. I'm just being aware that it's my birthday. It's the day I came into existence. I clawed my way out of the darkness.
only
To be
thing-
honest, I agree. I stopped celebrating my birthday. I think I was 7.
Yeah, you know who celebrates their birthday? Fucking 20-year-old girls.
for like fucking 5 days.
Yeah, for like 5 days. You have to
Ridiculous.
fucking, you forget. Or
It's
maybe,
my birthday week.
Yeah, no. Yeah, my birthday month, all that shit.
God.
No, you forget that as you get older and as you turn into a man.
Trans.
Yeah,
right,
there
I
you
get
go.
it, there you go. All they need to do is get fucking man up and they'll be fine.
The only time I remember it's my birthday is because of my driver's license.
I know my birthday because it's
Because
my
I'm
daughter's
driving with an
birthday.
expired license. I'm like, oh shit.
Every time I go on vacation, I come back with an expired fucking
Yeah.
license. I get pulled over. They're like, sir, I'm like, I was in Florida.
Yeah,
like,
so-
that's not an explanation.
That's the only thing. It doesn't, these are all made up days.
Bill
So
Maher.
are
Why
you
is he
only
saying
going to
that?
be nice to women on one day of the year? No. Well, I mean, you could. I guess you could be a dick the rest, but just doesn't change anything. It's all nonsense.
Is there an international
Serious question.
Yeah.
You can put up a poll and ask the women in the chat.
do a poll.
Would they prefer that they get treated nice one day out of the year, but that one day is International Women's Day? Or would they prefer they get treated as equals throughout the whole year?
It's a trick question.
You'd
There's no
be-
right answer.
You'd be stunned by the results.
I don't know if I would be stunned.
No, you won't be stunned. Everybody wants to get treated good all the fucking time.
Oh no, I assume
The
they
day
would
is
pick Women's
meaningless.
Day because they like Women's Day.
They don't care about
I
women.
wonder if Women's Day being so close to Valentine's Day is a coincidence. Like, why now? Why March? How did they choose the day? I always wondered how they choose these days. Like Truth and Reconciliation Day.
What is that?
For the day of I'm sorry we killed all the natives. That day,
I didn't kill any natives.
not us, but the Canadian government.
When is that?
I have no idea, but like I'd love to know why the date that it's
Oh,
on
the
was
Orange
chosen.
Day? Are you talking about Orange Day?
Yeah, Orange Day. NDP Day. Yeah.
Orange Day.
Jagmeet Singh Day.
Oh, you're saying why they picked a certain date?
I just don't know. Like, I don't remember what day it is, but like, how do they choose the days?
For that one, statistically,
wonder.
that was probably the day that most of the bodies were found or
I
some
don't
shit
think
like
that's true. I think they probably like we could use a férié here. Let's put it.
that. Maybe it's completely made up. Yeah.
In Quebec, we don't celebrate it, right? We don't have
We
a day
shouldn't
off.
celebrate it.
No, we don't get a bank holiday.
Oh.
I mean, that's what I'm saying by
Because none of it sounds like celebratory. You raped and killed a bunch of kids. Yeah, it doesn't sound
No.
celebratory.
Well, it's supposed to be a day of reflection.
What are you going to reflect on? You didn't do
I
it.
didn't do it.
Could you imagine in the classroom some kid fucking stabs another one and then they make you reflect for it for the next couple of years? And you're like, what? I just showed up. I'm a new student. No, you got to reflect on what this guy did, you piece of shit.
I mean,
It
as a
doesn't
day of
make any sense.
remembrance, I guess, that's fine. I don't even all these days, they don't make sense to me. It's
None
just-
of it. It's all made up garbage to distract you.
Sounds about right. I like the days off. Not that we get days off, because we never get days off.
I have no days off.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a congé férié for us. But I did enjoy them when I was a clerky clerk,
Yeah. It's,
pushing those buttons and
you
stamping
were
those
clerking and
stamps.
clerking.
I was clerking hard.
I like your style.
Yeah, thank you.
Huh.
I like your style too. I can't get over this fucking.
Russell
This new
Brand,
version
Bill
of it.
Maher. Is that what he was saying? Because
Yeah,
you said
Bill
it's Bill
Maher,
Maher.
Russell
Bill
Brand
Maher,
or Bill
Bill
Maher?
Mayer. I don't know who Bill Mayer is, but
He was
Bill
a
Maher.
typo.
Yeah, he went on Bill Maher and he basically attacked this guy that was trying to defend the news. And he's like, tell me, MSNBC, when are we biased? How are we like Fox? And he's like, what? And he just went fucking like ham
When
on
was
him.
this?
Last week.
And Russell Brand went off.
Russell Brand destroyed him, yeah.
Interesting. I did
Yeah.
not see this.
Yeah. We talked about it in the Intellectuals. It comes out on Thursday. Well, it's up now for the patrons. If you're on Patreon, you get everything early because you're cool. We had talked about it a bit. I think we mentioned just the fact that all the stuff that 2 years ago I was getting in trouble for, demonetized
Your conspiracy
on
theories.
YouTube. They were conspiracy theories.
Sorry,
you weren't
conspiracy
allowed to
theories.
say that the shot was affecting women's menstrual cycles, even though actual women told me. Some fans even fucking told me.
Yeah.
They were liars. They didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. You weren't allowed to say it. Then it became you couldn't hide it. So now it's cool to say that. The blood clots, all the stuff that you weren't allowed to
Ask your
say.
question.
Yeah, and the Chinese lab thing. It was racist. It was
Oh,
racist.
Chinese.
Yeah,
I
it was
heard the tranny labs.
No,
I
it was
like,
racist.
what?
Both work, but it was racist. And then now that it's fact, they're like, yeah, just don't mention it. Why I gotta bring it up? Like, it's just
Here's
crazy.
a question for you. Not a hypothetical, but I'm just curious to get your opinion on this. So all the things they said that we know now to be inaccurate, if they were to have come out 6 months ago when all this stuff started to become more mainstream,
Yes, sir.
and said, look, our bad. We were wrong. We know now. We didn't know then. We were panicked. If they had said that, would you have accepted that?
100%. Because that's what I said.
Because
All
now,
the
what are
stuff
they
that I
doing
was
now
wor-
instead?
All the stuff that I was wrong on, that I thought Poseidon was over exaggerating his conspiracy theories, as they came out, I even told him. Remember, I said, bro, you said it crazily, but you were correct.
I mean, he misunderstood probably, but yeah.
No, but still,
it's just the way I explain things.
way he
I'm
explains
very bad
things
at
is
explaining
aggressive,
things.
yeah, because he was. What was he saying? He's like,
It's aggressive, loud.
Population control.
It's aggressive and loud, and
it was aggressive and loud. It was like Alex Jones. Well, he's right a lot more than he's wrong, but he's so loud. When he's
Yeah.
wrong, bro, he fucking.
What was that video you sent me last week from like 15 years ago?
Oh, that was good, eh?
I don't remember what the context
The
was. I just remember going,
9/11 one.
fucking guy.
Huh?
the 9/11 one.
Yeah.
No, it
it was
wasn't
before
9/11.
9/11. It was in
9/11.
July.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
about a pandemic.
No, he talks about that too. But it was July of 2001. It was right before. And he talks about, he goes, the terrorists is the government. They're going to try to do false flag terror events. He goes, they're going to try to blame Osama bin Laden, who's their fucking boy, who's been working for us for so long. He goes,
Right.
They're going to.
For me, the aha
And
moment.
he was talking about this in July, and he was like, like they did in the 90s on the World Trade Center, they're going to try to do that shit again. He was saying, when they do it, don't fall for it. The enemy is not across the world. The enemy is in and he was fucking right. But we all fell for it.
Yeah.
the moment for me where I was like, something's wrong with 9/11. I remember vividly. I remember watching the news a day after, and they're like, "We've located." First of all, they went on for an hour about how everyone was like liquefied from the heat, right? I was like, "Wow, what a terrible way to die," right? They're doing this in detail. The jumpers, all that. Then they go, but in the rubble. Not even fucking 48 hours later, we found perfectly pristine passports of the guy who was driving, who now we've identified. And here are all his known associates.
Yeah, can I just say
something? I was like, wait, what?
When that first happened, no one questioned it, even though it's ludicrous. It was a few years later.
It was the first thing I questioned.
When they were doing the commission, one of the first things to start popping up was like, I thought you said this was liquefying brick and like steel. And
passport survived though.
And then the best is the guy that had they did a news report, and this was a good news report. Back in the day, they would try to investigate stuff. There was a guy in the Arab world whose face was everywhere, like that he died in the plane crash. He was one of the known terrorists, and he was alive and well. He's like, "What the fuck? I've been trying to get my name off this list for 10 years."
And he was just a regular guy.
Yeah,
I don't remember this story.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about that.
There's a lot. Yeah,
but it was just the whole the. It's like, this is red. This is red, guys. We've established that this is red. And then they show you a blue picture. They're like, also red. You're like, but I thought that was blue.
Shut up, racist.
It's red now, you misogynist. You hate America. No, racist wasn't yet. You hate America.
Yeah, back then.
You freedom hater.
Yeah, anytime somebody would question it, they're like, are you sure it's...
It's amazing how language...
Are you sure Iraq is trying to kill us? Yeah, you fucking anti-American.
You towelhead supporter.
By the way, right now, it looks like you're the psychologist and you're the star that came in for like some counseling.
All right, stop derailing.
I'm sorry.
No, I'll give him that one. I'm telling you, it's hard to focus on you right now. There's so much drip.
It's not drip. Mike got this from Florida. He gave it to me as a
Mike
gift.
drip.
Yeah.
You know what else is dripping? Women's. But no, okay, I'm gonna stop.
It's the morning show, Poseidon. Goddamn.
I'm objectifying him, which I'm pretty sure every one of them is on board with, because the first couple comments I saw was Pantelis in the chat.
They're just excited that I'm here and I'm rarely on the morning show.
There's chest hair out. There's gold chains. There's a lot going on, guys. I can feel the sexual tension from here.
Next story.
It's not gay. What?
It's not.
What?
No. It's 2023.
Next story
okay?
is what are you, some kind of misogynist? The next story that I have here, let me pull it up. Hold on, because I'm ignoring all of George's stories, because I didn't know that George gets all his fucking news from the same place.
Yeah, the Chinese government.
Journal de Montréal. Not even a real newspaper. So here, let's just pick a news story.
They wrote a good article about me over the summer. Remember when they whited me up?
Oh,
They
yeah, I
whited
remember
you
that.
up?
Yeah.
No.
They pulled a Rogan.
What'd they do?
They changed my complexion in a photo. They make me super white.
You are super white.
So imagine what they did to that photo.
They
It was
made
just
him
a beard and
translucent.
eyes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was
don't
practically
remember that.
translucent, bro.
Yeah, because they were trying to show support for me. And I guess they assumed people wouldn't like me if they thought that I was
You know what
an immigrant.
Oh.
Like Greek Quebecer, half Greek, half Quebecer, they were saying in the article.
Half Greek, half Quebec.
Yeah, like, and I was
Which
like,
half is Quebecois?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, all right, this is starting interesting. And then the photo that they took, they changed the contrast. So I was like super white.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, we were laughing about it. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Was this a print,
They think we
document?
can't sell him.
Hold on, I'm
already
trying to
so
find it.
white, like complexion wise.
I mean, you don't look very ethnic.
You know-
you
you know-
look like Varangian Guard.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Vikings who came to the Byzantine Empire
There
and
you
hung
go.
out. They liked it. Most of them ended up in Crete. It makes a lot of sense,
there you go.
really, because Greek people are not tall people. So
Yeah, we are.
not on average. If you look
Yeah,
at
well,
statistics,
you can look at statistics. Yeah, average. Yeah.
No, they're pretty average. They're not
Are you
taller
sure?
than most Europeans.
I
Yeah.
found
The
it.
average that I'm getting is I remember the soccer tournaments. They show the average.
Is
height.
this the picture?
Yeah.
This is the most psychotic looking photo
I know
of you
they
I've
took
ever
a
seen.
very yeah.
You remember
By-
that meme,
by
the
the
crazy
way-
girlfriend meme?
Yeah, that's me.
Remember her?
Yeah.
That's what you look
Yeah.
like.
You know what I noticed?
It was
They-
a great picture that Michelle
They
had
ruined.
taken, but they whited it up.
I think the whitening up makes you look psychotic. The fact,
No, it's the crazy
No, it
eyes.
does. No, I saw it. The normal one, the eyes don't look as crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But still,
Yeah.
it's super cool. They
But
whitened me up.
Have you noticed?
They made Rogan yellow and jaunt when he was on ivermectin. They made me super white.
Have you noticed?
This guy's a hero.
They smooth
They
you
do this
over.
to all the comics. They take the pictures
Where they look
where
the
they look
craziest.
the most psychotic.
Yeah.
There was even one with Schultz, bro. He looked like a complete psychopath.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Like, I don't know why the news does this.
They're assholes, but it's funny. But also, it's funnier when they talk about this guy saying crazy shit, and they're like, "Yeah, I assume so." He
Bank of
looks like a
Canada just
lunatic.
announced that they're not going to be increasing interest rates
I don't believe it.
for now, anyways. And
I do look ethnic.
People are. I'm sorry.
Your ethnic passing.
Depends what ethnic you want to be.
Greek.
I mean, you don't not look Greek because I don't really know what Greek looks like because it's such a variation, right?
You keep saying that, but there's enough historical context to put into this, like paintings, statues.
I'm
to
not
know what
looking
Greeks
at
look
like modern Greece as a nation, and like there's a lot of people look different. I mean,
We're talking about
the-
actual Greeks. I'm not talking about the cab drivers. We're talking about actual Greeks.
I don't mean like the Turkospori. Like you can tell those faces, the Anatolian faces. They look
Anatol.
different. Yeah, Anadolu. But I don't know. You look like you. I'm not sure. If I didn't know you, I don't know what I would assume you are. I would definitely probably dip towards Northern European first, but then be confused when I got closer.
Yeah.
Because from far, you see the hair, the beard, the light-colored eyes, the light complexion.
There are a lot of people that look like me, or I guess style-wise, because I always get like,
Style-wise
you
more.
look like X person, and then I'm like, really? And I saw someone who looks like you.
Yeah, of
And then
course.
they'll send me photos,
They don't.
and I'm like, you motherfuckers, that's just a dude in a beard.
But I get that all the time. It's like the prerequisites are beard, bald. Looks nothing like me. They're like, looks just like you. I'm like, sure.
I already
okay.
told him I'm waiting for the day where the news is a guy that committed a crime, and it's a guy in like a man bun and a beard, and everyone's like, it's Pantelis. He robbed that bank. I'm like, it's not me, dude. It's
You
not.
robbed that bank hard, bro. No, I don't know what you. I don't know. I can't place it. I don't have any other news that's interesting.
Look, a lot of corruption. Let me tell you about the news. A lot of corruption with the federal government. And right now, Justice Trudeau is trying to dodge the situation, but
Justicia.
But after speaking with George, who's a Trudeau fanboy, he told me he doesn't think
I love how mad he gets when you say that.
it's clear cut. He doesn't think that.
What do you mean?
He says Trudeau might not be able to escape this one.
He's pretty much. I think the term that everyone's using, that I've heard talking about in the mainstream, is he's backed into a corner right now.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very obvious what's happened. It's very, very obvious that he's aware of what's been happening and that he's just been deflecting, talking about it for whatever reason. Well, we know the reason, but whatever.
Well, yeah,
And I think that most people assume that the population is relatively intelligent and understands that.
That's not
I
true.
think
Bunch of dummies.
that's what I'm getting at. People assume that in the mainstream, in the news, people who are reporting on it. I think the real truth is sadder, and it's that they all just think, what are you talking about, China? Did you see Polyev is a Nazi? Like that's the conversations I've been seeing.
Poseidon.
Yes.
We also forgot to mention news with Fauci.
Fauci?
Fauci.
What did the Fauci do?
Well, Fauci has done a lot.
Did he jump
I
a
don't know if
shark?
you want to look at that. If
The
you
Fauci that killed the pooch.
and then we'll go to John Morant.
Many a
But
pooch.
Fauci, Dr. Fauci, I don't know if we could call him a doctor.
Cabinet of Dr. Fauci.
I don't know if he's a real doctor. He probably is a
No,
real
he
doctor.
is a real doctor,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I don't want to get mistaken like Bill Nye the Science Guy. He's not a man of science.
He has a master's.
He just wears a lab coat.
Yeah. Bill Nye, the science
Yeah,
guy.
he's a
I love that
pharmacist.
song though. What a fucking banger from the
That was a
90s.
good- that was a good show back in the day.
Bill Nye.
Yeah, the
Sad
Fauci.
what happened to him.
So now now we kind of know with this whole not only is there the lab leak theory, right? So remember they were talking about for a while, Dr. Fauci. It seemed like a rumor, but he was the one
Oh shit. there's
behind
shots
the
fired in
and I
chat.
against me.
Yeah.
What I do?
I can't even say it out loud.
Is it the N word?
It's worse than the N word.
What?
Oh,
It is.
nice.
It's an N word, a N word.
Okay.
But it's
Oh,
fucking shots fired.
Oh,
What?
Yo,
Jorge trying to start shit. Bro. You want me to break
I
his
can't
leg?
even say it
Seriously.
out
What? Say
loud.
it, say
It's
it.
so
You want me to
racist.
read it? Read it.
You
I don't know
read
where it is.
You read it.
Click live chat.
No, you read
Just
it.
tell
Just
me.
read
Okay,
it.
okay. Pantelis looks North Macedonian.
What?
That's what Jorge said.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah. I mean Macedonia in the northmost province of Greece,
But from the north of it.
the north of
Oh,
it,
I thought it was.
the north. So Thessaloniki around there. Yeah, that's fine.
Thessaloniki is not the north of Macedonia. It's the south of Macedonia.
No.
That's central.
It's central. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you. I like how you
Oh
played
yeah,
that.
it's
sir.
true.
Yeah. I
That was very Justin Trudeau of you. I liked how you did that.
yeah. Of course I look Greek, bro. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right. Oh my
Yeah.
god, why do we think we're such retards?
Yeah. Also, my
Hey,
mom's side of the
More than you. You
Words.
embarked me in this.
my mom's side
words.
of the family is Northern Greek. My dad's is
Yeah.
Southern Greek, so it
Your
makes
side of
sense.
the family is Northern Greek.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
Yeah, from Epiro.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yeah, Epiro. And before that, Macedonia. Yeah. Yeah.
The mountain music.
Goddamn right. Yeah, he's correct.
I think what Phil was trying to say is that he thought that he was insulting you because he
Hello.
was calling
Hello.
you.
Phil didn't think anything. Words have meanings for different people. Think
Yeah.
of the N word. If we were a bunch of black people, we could use it.
Oh no, I still use
He
it.
can't use it. This N word. We can use
It's
it.
not an N-word.
It's not an N-word. I
Starts
could
with
use
North.
this. We the North. Raptors country. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Yeah.
All right. It's the shirt. That's what it is. That's why he's so cool about it. He's like, look at me, bro. Drip, drip. Sorry, North Macedonian style. Drip, drip.
Drip, drip. North
Thessaloniki drip.
Macedonia. I mean, you can't say North Macedonian. It's
Yeah, I
just
know,
just
just fucking
Macedonia.
I think it was trying to call you.
That's like
Yeah,
saying
we
North.
understood. You don't
Like
have to
no
go
one
into it.
says North Quebec. It's Quebec.
Well, you can say North Quebec, but you have to write it with triangles.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe if
No?
you're Russian and you're pretending to be Quebecer and you're like,
I
I'm
am
North
from North
Quebec or something like that, that's
Quebec,
just retarded. But nobody takes
No, I meant,
retards that pretend to be
like,
other nationalities seriously.
Near
anyway.
Nunavut up there, like that part of Quebec. You write it in triangle language.
North Nunavut.
Nunavut.
Oh, what were we saying? Yeah, Fauci. Poseidon.
Fauci.
You guys derailed me.
Sorry.
Fauci.
Yes.
So he was behind, we already knew, this gain of function
Fucking
research.
search.
Remember this?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Not gain of function, just trying to make it better and stronger.
Yeah. So he was basically trying to, when Rand Paul was destroying him, he was trying to make Rand Paul look like a bully because he was just changing the meaning of words. He's like, it's not gain of function. You don't know what you're talking about. We're just taking a virus, making it stronger,
So we can fight it.
and letting it loose on the public. So he's like, yeah, that's gain of function research. You're making it, stop doing that. He's like, no, it's not. Anyways. And then he's like, I didn't fund it. It's all bullshit. So now we find out that he did in China. It's that lab that we talked about.
Yeah.
Now here's what's incriminating about it. A few days ago, emails leaked.
Whoa, I didn't hear about this.
Yes, that's why I'm asking him to bring up just.
See
look
why I
for it.
asked you to come in? You got
Yeah.
news.
This is good news. So Fauci
I don't know if it's good news.
was basically pleading. His thing was ignorance for the longest time. He's like, did it? China? NIH? No, really? Right? He was pulling that
NIH?
card. Yeah,
Why NIH?
that's the.
Isn't that the first responders, the medical board in the UK NIH?
No, NIH is that it's that non for
Oh,
profit.
NHI I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that
sorry.
company that he has. That
Yes.
he's-
I was thinking of-
all the funding goes through for this stuff.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't really. No, it's not all that. So he was feigning ignorance. That was his strategy, right?
He's good at that.
However, emails leaked.
Oh boy.
And you know what the cocksucker did? Not only were we aware from the beginning about the Chinese lab theory, which obviously because he knew about the lab because it was the lab that he was funding, so he could do this research. There was emails where he was funding basically a fake operation for people to try to figure out another cause. Like he was paying money for them to come up with another cause
Like a
of how
think
it started
tank to figure out what people. What's
research.
more believable than the truth?
Exactly.
That's
He's so stupid.
prompted scientific paper purporting to debunk COVID lab leak.
Yeah,
Theory emails
he
shows-
paid them to try to debunk something that he knew was true. So he's like, just fucking find shit out, make new facts so we can debunk this. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He commissioned a scientific study that purported to debunk the hypothesis that COVID escaped from a laboratory.
I have a question.
What the fuck?
I have a serious
Yeah.
I'm
question.
trying to think about how maybe we're misconstruing.
Why does nobody
misinformation, but-
delete their emails when they're incriminating?
That's a good
I think
question.
even if they delete, they stay. Like you can go get them. I have a question.
Ew. Sorry.
I have a question. Serious question.
I don't
So-
want to see if it's disgusting. What is that?
Yep. You know exactly what it is.
What the fuck are you showing, bro?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
It's not good.
I clicked on the hashtag Nazigate. That's why.
Oh, for fuck's
Nazi
sake.
gate.
Yeah, it's Nazigate.
Okay, so a serious question. So Fauci did this.
Yeah.
It's illegal for him to do this, right?
Technically not illegal if he never admits that he knew that's where it came from.
Okay, but we all know he's
Technically.
lying. Let's
I
say it's
mean,
legal.
yeah. Okay.
Well, now
Nah.
they're suspicious. Now there's a cause for suspicion.
I have a
Well,
serious
if it
question.
comes out that we have proof that he knew, then this would be collusion to some extent.
I have a serious question. The company that he hired,
yeah.
is it illegal on their part as well,
If
or
they-
just on
not
his?
No,
necessarily.
it would only here's the tricky part. It would only be illegal on their part if they knew that the reason they were doing this was to cover his tracks.
Yes.
But he's not gonna go out there and say,
But
like,
if
for-
he's got
let's say
half a brain, he didn't do that.
if you call a cleaning company to come clean your house, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's a mess. I had trouble last night. I cut my hand and there's blood everywhere, all that. If they come to clean the house and their
Thinking
intention
that you cut your hand.
yeah, they're not at
No
fault.
problem,
But if the
yeah.
reason why
Yes.
you're doing this is to get rid of the evidence of someone you murdered,
Yeah.
and then you called them, it shows that you're trying to get rid of the evidence, if ever we look into it. But not them. Then they're like, okay, I got hired to do a job, I'll do it.
Okay.
So they tried their hardest and they looked for shit. That's all the news that was coming out. All this.
Yeah,
It was some dude fucked a pangolin and all this random ass shit.
But
And
if they knew,
They didn't know.
Pangolin.
Okay.
They didn't know.
What's up with all the Nazi talk happening right now with Polyev? Did something happen that I
No,
missed?
dude, Nazi doesn't mean the same thing anymore.
No, I
Nazi
know,
is
but
just
it's
someone that
just-
disagrees with you.
Yeah, but I've been watching for about a week now.
Nobody respects Jewish history or the Jewish people, what they went through.
Liberals.
Now Nazi just means somebody who disagrees with you.
Nazi, right? Nazi.
Yeah.
I've been watching the liberals call the conservatives Nazis.
Yeah.
I've been watching the conservatives call the liberals Nazis.
Yeah.
And then no one's actually calling the real Nazis, which is the NDP.
The
most
Ukrainians.
likely.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, or that. But they're just both calling each other Nazis. And it's, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I'm done. I don't mean Canada, I mean all of it. Humanity, like, I'm done.
Words have lost all meaning. Yeah, words don't mean anything anymore.
It makes me mad. Poseidon, can you grab me a bottle of water?
Didn't we open up with a weird argument on International Women's Day on why it shouldn't just be for women? Yeah, words mean nothing anymore.
Nothing means anything.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I'm cool with it.
I don't believe in nothing no more, man.
Nothing.
I'm going to go to law school.
Nothing.
Remember
Muffin.
that gag from The Simpsons? annoying sound. What are they doing?
Yeah, that's from the outside.
Really? It sounds like it's coming from the
They're
ventilation.
just shaking because they're
They're
dragging
just rolling
stuff.
something by.
Rolling. Jesus. If only people.
fallen.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, go get a water. Leave the door open. It's hot in here.
Poseidon forgets that he's live streaming.
I think Poseidon forgets that he's alive.
He just gets up. He's like, all right, it's over. He's just yelling.
Well, I
he's
asked him
taking
for
his
water,
time.
but he's a psycho, yeah.
Normally, you're like, it's a live stream. You're hurrying
I
it
have
up.
ice on my head.
What's wrong with you? Are you
Nothing.
sick?
I'm just hot in here.
you
don't
sick?
find it stuffy?
Are you sick?
I'm not sick.
Don't get me sick.
Zero sick.
Morant. We will talk about
What
this.
is that? It sounds like a
He's
weird
an NBA
Gaelic
player.
curse.
He's an NBA. He
Oh.
plays for the Grizzlies of Memphis.
Memphis. Does
Very,
Memphis
very
have
good
Grizzle
young player.
Bears? I
Do
feel like it's
you
too far
want to
south.
hear the story or not?
Sure.
It's-
Jan, what's his name?
J.A. Morant.
J.A. Like Ja Rule?
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
say
go
that.
on. Any relation?
No.
Zero,
no.
okay.
They're both first names.
Just checking.
So he's in trouble. He's a phenomenal player.
Is he? Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Fun to watch.
What
Very, very good.
position does he play? Is he
Phil,
a point guard?
He's not a point guard. Anything I tell you, you're gonna care. You don't care.
I might care.
You won't.
Okay.
So Ja is a very good player. However,
Mm-hmm.
he's a bit caught in this generation of flashy, and I want to show off and act like a gangster. So
Hot calling the kettle black. Go on.
he acts like a gangster, but he's not a gangster.
He's the basketball player.
No, he acts like he grew up hard. But people always make fun of the fact that, bro, you grew up like upper middle class.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
good
that's
family.
pretty funny.
We believe your name was Clarence, like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but he tries to play it hard. He's always acting tough. Recently, he was at a strip club when he shouldn't have been during a road game, and he was live streaming on Instagram,
Oh boy.
and he flashed a little pistol.
What kind of, like very little pistol.
It was a pretty tiny pistol, but he's a tiny man. So he showed a gun, which is a no-no. So now he's facing disciplinary action. He could get up to 50-game suspension. That's the whole season. That's more than the season.
Question.
Yeah.
Does he have was it a legal gun? I'm just curious.
I don't know if it was a legal gun. The thing is, you can't do that as an NBA player. You can't be
Flashing your little
flashing
pistol.
guns and all that.
Yeah,
like
no
there's
kidding.
a code of conduct in the
of
NBA.
course.
And also, that's what people keep saying. All like Shaquille O'Neal, like, God damn, bro, you're not a rapper. You're acting like one. Like, I don't know why you want to be hard. You're in the NBA. He's always trying to start fights and he's trying to look like he's mean and tough. But they know where he came from.
Who's
Yeah.
this?
Morant. Morant.
I'm seeing a bunch of stuff. He looks like a SoundCloud rapper.
He looks cool. The kid looks, and he's so
That's not
talented.
what I said.
But I think it's gonna. I mean, I hope it blows over because he's too talented for this to fuck up his career. He's very, very good. Like very.
It
very
seems
good.
like he's an idiot from what you're telling me.
He's young, bro. These
How
kids
young
are
we talking
goofy,
about?
huh?
Like 17, 18,
14.
19?
He's no, he's
14 in the
no,
NBA.
No, he's in his 20s. I'm joking.
I was like, wait, what? Forgivable.
No, I still think it's forgivable. I mean, he didn't shoot anyone.
50 games is a lot of fucking games.
It's a lot of games.
like
It's an
2
82 game
seasons.
season. It's a lot. 50 games, especially now. He misses the playoffs, misses everything. It's a lot.
I mean, what's the takeaway here?
I feel like the NBA is overreacting.
Really?
That's what
I disagree 100.
I feel like they're overreacting. I think they should react, and his team should react. Be like, listen, you're a professional. Stop. We don't want to show violence, right? We want it to be a fun game. You can't keep going online doing
acting
gang
like you're hard,
signs
yeah.
and brandishing guns. You got to put an end to that. Just focus on your career because you're fucking phenomenal.
Does he
I
have
get that.
sponsorship deals.
For sure, yeah. And
Has he
Nike, I
lost
think
any?
Nike was thinking like, what's Nike gonna do? It's like this kid is phenomenal. We're talking. He's not a regular player. He's very, very good. Yeah, there's the video.
Oh, you found the video?
Yeah, look at him. He looks like such a sweetheart.
He looks like Black You.
Oh, he's blummy. Look at him. He's just having a great time.
Where's the pistol?
It hasn't. I think it's when he's sitting down, if I remember correctly.
How funny would it be if it's just his dick?
Yeah,
Not funny. That'd be
that's
weird.
Not even funny at all.
We would have shown a penis of a 14-year-old on the morning show. Whoa, those girls are having a really good time in the back. Did you see that?
Where's the?
No, it's gonna. Honestly, it doesn't show it.
Did you by any chance catch that in the
Oh,
background?
what a loser this guy is.
Go back 15
I hate
seconds.
these YouTubers, bro.
What a loser, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
so anyways, he's having fun.
reporting his.
You can't show a weapon on your YouTube stream. I don't
That's
think.
not true.
Okay, but even
Wait, no, you can. There's gun channels.
even if you the YouTube stream, but this is
No, I mean for the YouTuber.
oh, that's smart. Yeah, because I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, you're right.
Let me check Twitter.
There are gun channels, but like when it's for sport and at a range, I think it's okay.
Not at a strip club.
Not at a strip club while two girls are fucking eating each other out in the background.
Is that what's happening in the background?
I don't know what was happening back
All
there.
right.
It was a party.
Yeah, well, he's partying.
It's International Women's Day, man. Let them have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah, he's not a lady.
Hey, that was good.
I feel like the NBA is overreacting a bit.
I don't know. I think it's fucked up for an
Talk to the
athlete
kid.
who kids look up to be behaving in such a manner. I think he should be.
But
50 games does seem like a bit much.
He didn't do anything illegal.
Is this the first time he's done it? Something crazy.
Gun-wise, yeah, but he's always acting like a. He always tells people like, "I'll come find me in the parking lot," like shit. Like he
Maybe
says stuff
this
that's
is what
non-NBA.
he needs to be the player he should be. Maybe he needs this like tough love.
Maybe it seems a little excessive.
I would say maybe he didn't have a father figure, but it seems like Clarence did. from
Clarence
what
had
you're
a father
telling me.
figure,
So
yeah,
like that's
he-
not what's going on here.
No, he had a very good family. He comes from good stock. And they're
What'd
calling
you
him
find?
Jaw Warrant.
John Warren, that's pretty funny.
What's up?
I'm just seeing memes. I typed in his name. I'm seeing.
there's a lot of memes I
He's
saw them
getting
too.
memes.
One of them is him
hard.
and his family. It says, y'all know John Morant about to post something like they're trying to lock up a real one, and it's him and like. in his-
Show that. Put that on screen. He's trying to lock up a real one. Yeah, that's him.
Which one is him? In the
Put
back?
it- yeah,
in the back, yeah.
Y'all know John Warren about to post something like they trying to lock me up a real. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they're just showing.
Ah,
him all
no,
that, yeah.
poor
Pretty
kid, bro.
Yeah.
I think they should just let the internet roast him. That's worse than the.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting the punishment.
The internet, even today, undefeated still. Really.
Can't defeat the internet.
Undefeated.
It's the collective
hive.
consciousness of all us weirdos.
Yeah. And all the others too.
Speaking of weirdos,
Yeah.
our man Adam.
Oh no.
Oh, I found
We've moved on.
Okay, go ahead.
We're
Go
good.
ahead.
When is the trial, Poseidon? In 2 weeks? The 20th?
Next Monday. Monday coming up.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, the
This guy's
trial of
lost.
Adam.
The trial of Adam?
Yeah, it's next Monday, so it's in a week, like less than a week.
Less than a week, yeah.
Holy
so in,
shit.
5 days. 5 days.
What is this like breaking news?
No, well, it's not breaking news.
But it's news.
Any fans of the intellectuals are aware that sentencing hearing for Adam is Monday.
Let's pretend for a second like I'm not a diehard fan who watches every episode. Tell me
Someone
what's going
commented
on.
on 2 Drink Minimum and said, "Oh, you guys are complaining about if he goes to jail or whatever, you can't replace another intellectual. Why don't you just ask Phil Balbanos to become
Oh,
the
yeah?
other intellectual?" Yeah.
Someone
And
said
then
that?
Someone said that, and I laughed. I go, "I hope Phil sees this."
Yeah. Who was it?
Huh?
Who
A
was
fan.
it? A 2DM fan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck you, stranger.
I'm gonna go see this comment.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I'll come on an episode if you want. I've already been on one episode for a brief moment in time, the day I met Adam.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked to go on the intellectuals.
To go on?
Yeah.
Like they want to be part of the show?
Not permanently. They just want to appear on the show. They like
Oh,
the
really?
intellectuals. Fucking heavy duty, fun Montreal podcast.
Dude, honestly, it's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah,
It's,
you
I
gotta.
like-
Yeah, you
that's-
have to be a real piece of garbage to not appreciate, or just the humor. It goes over your head. It's
Yeah.
something else. It's stuff that you could normally write about that you would make up. These
Yeah.
people should not exist in real life, and sadly they do. So
Being the operative word here, sadly.
I still think I'm being punked, by the way, by Adam.
By Adam?
By Adam,
Yeah, a lot of
and by Guido even.
My
you sit
few
there and
interactions
listen-
with Adam that day and a few other times,
Yeah.
because we've met like 5 times, even though for him it's the first time every time. Yeah, nice to meet you. We met that one time. I'm like, yeah, we know each
you
other.
look like parallel universes versions of each other.
How do you figure?
Because of the hair and everything, you look. Like,
You're doing exactly what you don't like, right? He's bald. You're like, he looks just like you.
I didn't say just. I said you look like
Fucking
parallel.
baldest.
Poseidon, can you see it?
I can
like
see
in
it.
another reality, a failed Phil.
Hold on, do we
is,
have
is Adam.
glasses? Do we have glasses?
Yeah,
for
put
I
the
it?
wear
glasses on.
glasses.
Huh?
You know that. I don't have them here.
No, he has big nerdy glasses.
I wanted to buy big nerdy glasses like
They're
Emil.
trending.
Yeah, like Emil has those big. My wife's like, you can't walk around with those.
Emil looks cool in his
you can't."
glasses,
He
huh?
does. He pulls it off. I was like, why? I could pull this off, so I put them on at the store. She's like,
No, you can't.
you drop the kids off at school. You want to get stopped in a parking lot? Like you can't be. They
Oh,
were
it
like
makes you look like a
gold.
pedophile?
Oh, it's like, hey man, you want to come in my basement and lift weights? We'll do some gay stuff.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if anybody ever
Don't
looked
leave.
into
Let's
this.
watch Netflix.
Do the pedophiles that tell kids I have candy, do they ever actually have candy?
I don't think so.
You know what? That is a fucking serious
I
question.
answered that way too
Yeah,
fast.
can you go Poseidon, can you go just double
Yeah, I'm
check,
gonna go
just
double
tell them
check.
like it's happened a couple times now?
They must have like you don't go fishing without a worm, right?
I'm curious. Yeah, I've never.
They must have some candy, at least a Mars bar.
Because could you imagine if somebody would have got the kid's like, all right, show me some candy. He's like,
It's in
What?
the it's in the van.
okay, show it to me. Go quickly, go quickly.
He comes back. He's 3rd degree burned them.
There's blood in his face. Because I wonder that now. I'm thinking about that. Could you imagine if that's what would have sealed the deal for you? But you just
get in, you're like, where's the candy?
no, you don't get in. The kid's like, all right, well, if you're for real, let me see the candy. You're like,
In
like
a
you said you have candy.
in a bizarro universe where
Yeah.
Poseidon, he went 1 degree too far and he became a pedophile rapist, right? He's the guy who's like, well, I don't actually have any candy to show you. I mean, it's in the van. And they're like, well, you seem sketch, man.
Yes, show me the fucking candy.
Show me the
Because a
fucking
lot of
kids.
kids are assholes, so they'll say it. Like I that's the kind of thing that I would say as I was a little dick. I'd be like, show me the candy.
Seems like something you would, like Poseidon would do at a strip club. They're like, she's like, it's $20 if you want to see my tits in the private room. Show me the tits first. Let me make sure they're there.
Let me make sure they exist. No, yeah, because kids aren't. Some kids are
No.
dumb, but they get
Just
it.
got fucking, sorry guys, beard hair in my mouth.
Bared.
Yeah. Tell me, so pretend for a second that I'm not a diehard fan of the intellectuals. What's Adam being tried on for?
Extortion.
Extortion.
Yeah.
Extortion. That was not what I expected you to say.
Yeah. Fraud and extortion.
Fraud I can see by accident, for sure. Extortion, have they ever spoken to him like the crown?
Well, that's the funny part. I keep asking. I go, did the judge ever ask you to take the stand? Because within a minute, she's going to be like, oh, God damn it.
He does not, what's that internet term?
He's feeble-minded.
He does not have the facilities for that big man.
Yeah,
he just, to extort someone.
So I think his lawyer is just,
Bad.
yeah, I think.
Is he like a free lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his lawyer could literally just be like, all right, my client's going to take the stand. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, all right.
All right, I'm just going to step off my camera. I don't know what camera we're on. I don't want to do this on camera. It's gross.
Okay.
I trimmed my mustache last night. I guess hair was stuck in there.
Three mustache.
Yeah.
I cut my hair yesterday.
Yeah? Looks the same. It's in a bun, so I can't tell.
No, I clean the sides and the beard and the back and all that. You don't know what I do, Phil.
Sexuala. He's Ziguala. Remember Ziguala? No?
It sounds familiar.
It's like it's whatever. We're not getting to it on the morning show. It's like an old Greek expression for like a sexual man.
Oh, really?
It's a movie, Ziguala,
I remember.
in the 70s or 80s.
I want to watch a
forget.
good movie, and there's nothing good that's come
What's
out.
a good movie that I've been watching? I haven't seen any good movies. I really want to see Die Hard. It seems ridiculous.
I would not watch that.
It's you know what it is?
It's Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Kevin Hart, this morning I left the radio on after I dropped off the kids, and they were talking about how Nick Cannon is doing a game show hosted by Kevin Hart called My Next Baby Mama, where he's trying to find a woman to have his 13th child. Now, I don't know if it's a real thing or not, because even the people on the radio, they're like, we're not sure if this is real, but there's like a real trailer for it.
It just seems like a joke.
I fucking hope so. That's like,
No, it's a joke. It's not.
that's the end of Rome. Like, that's where we're done.
Oh,
if
we
that's-
passed, dude. We're in decline.
I don't think we're in decline. I think we hit the
crazy.
bottom. We're at the bottom. This is it.
No,
This
I
is
mean
the
like
end.
the
This is the end.
civilization we can't
yeah.
go back up.
No, but there's nowhere left
We
for us
passed.
to go.
Yeah.
I think we're at the bottom now. This is the barrel.
What do you think? Do you think we're gonna start separating?
Separating.
Like the countries are
the
gonna have
whites
new
from the black?
borders?
Oh, sorry. No, not yet. I don't think we're there yet. I think borders will start to disappear. You might be right about that, but not because they're shifting, because they're just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger states. Like the European Union eventually will go from a union to a country, a nation.
I think the European Union is gonna be destroyed. I
I hope
I
so.
think the opposite of what you said is gonna happen.
I mean, their goal is to make it more like the United States, right?
Yeah, but it's not. Either the United States is gonna separate.
Yeah, I know, but like one world government, right? Like that's the line. But I guess you don't need to have an actual government.
What
for
I
that
say
to work.
happening is that the new USA is gonna have Quebec and Alberta in it.
Quebec and Alberta. Why would
Yeah.
Quebec join a new
Well, they're
United
allowed.
States?
Canada's allowed to join the states.
Allowed by whom?
The Congress of the United States of America. Yeah,
Huh?
there's a.
I lost you. I'm sorry. I'm
when
not
the
fucking around
United
now.
States was being founded, there's a clause in what's it called? In one of their basically Canada. Whenever Canada decides, all they have to say is
They
we
can
want
join
to be
the
part of the
union.
states, and they're in.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd
there's
never
a-
heard of this before.
Oh.
But why Quebec and Alberta specifically? Is what I was asking.
They have natural resources.
That's
They have a
true.
lot to offer, and they're I think the least woke.
I don't know if that's true about Quebec. If we're the least woke,
Quebec is the least woke, bro. Quebec still uses the N-word.
I think Quebec is an interesting dichotomy of racism and wokeness interwoven into like this weird Quebecois flavor.
Carry on.
Because all the people I worked with over the years, not especially, but when I was in the public sector, which is a bunch of leftists, and then in the arts, which is a bunch of leftists for the most part, they're all very, very woke, like virtue signaling type of people, but there's this like substratum of just Quebecois racism, like playing with words, but also I'm still better than you.
Yeah.
Like leftist Greeks. It doesn't make sense. They're like, yeah, and the USSR could have saved us, and they'll go on all these like socialist garbage, and they're like, because we shouldn't be this and that, but like the Greek Orthodox Church should kind of run things, and you're like, whoa, these two things don't go together.
No, they should not go together. No.
I've met these people; they're real people.
Yeah, but there's a lot of communists in Greece.
There is a lot of communists, but I don't think they're actually communists. That's the thing; they just think they're communists.
Yeah,
That's a weird. Of all the things he could have done, that's not what I expected.
That's funny though.
Yeah, he just closed the door on himself.
Oh, something's going on. He'll tell us in a second. Maybe
That's suspense.
Maybe he's pooping.
In the office? Okay. I mean, that's a possibility.
Anything is a possibility. Poseidon, are you all right? What's the matter?
Oh, okay. He's listening to something.
Okay.
What were we talking about? I got super
Yeah.
before the communist thing.
He's being
very strange.
He's a man of intrigue.
Oh, someone's here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes more sense. The N-word is part of Quebec legislation. What? No, it's not. Stop. Fucking chat.
It should be.
It should be. Yeah, right next to the cross. Put it back. Do we have any other interesting tidbits?
It's all the stuff that George sent, but it's all depressing.
It's all depressing, and it's all basically the same thing. Our government is corrupt, and they don't care about us. They just care about forwarding their agenda.
That does sum it up.
All the details under that, who cares? I mean,
that is a good summation of.
Thank you. I summed quite well.
Yeah, the government is. Are we due for elections? Oh no, we're not, right?
No, not yet. I know they're calling for like online people. Like, it's general elections now. We need them, which I don't think is a good idea because I don't think Trudeau's deep enough in the whole. Like he'd probably win again.
Trudeau?
Yeah. Why do people keep voting for him?
We're idiots.
I read the other day. I dipped into some like crazy argument on Twitter where the thread had like hundreds of people who got involved, and it wasn't just comments. It was like people were communicating with the original poster and a lot of the subsequent comments. And he was a journalist. I don't remember who it was. And some woman comes out in defense of Justin Trudeau. It was about Poilievre and how he's been associated to Nazis or whatever, right?
Okay.
That whole thing that happened. And she says, you know what? I don't know what you dirty conservatives would even say if it wasn't for the blackface incident. By the way, singular incident, she wrote, which is wrong. It's incidents, multiples.
Go on.
She goes, if it wasn't for that, you'd have nothing to say about Justin because...
I thought you were fighting.
No, not even close.
Because
something else?
Yeah, I was even talking to other people, getting their number, so I can, so like that I don't have to go through the other person, just be like, hey.
But the other person understood?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, he wasn't like...
No, not even close.
Like,
no, he even came, we tested, he drilled... He didn't do drilling in the cement. He did just regular drills to see if we can hear it. We couldn't hear it. It's fine. It's just drilling in the cement that really vibrates throughout the whole building.
We know this already.
Yeah,
We've been through this. I don't know why they're making you go through it again.
So, no, I just wanted to double check.
I feel like it's not interesting for the show.
And then he's like...
I'm glad you took care of business.
And he's like, look, take my number down, and like every time you have something, like we'll like message me, let me know as well, and I'll let you know when we're drilling and
good.
stuff.
Good. That's what should have happened, but
she says if it wasn't for the blackface incident, Justin, we'd have nothing on Justin. So I chuckled and I kept reading. And she goes, and when he did do the blackface incident, he wasn't even a sitting member of parliament, and he apologized like a man.
That's not what a man does.
And then right under somebody commented, yeah, like a man who did blackface. And I was like, this interaction, this sums up Canada right now.
That's funny.
Justin will win another election. He'll win another 2 elections because people are so... It doesn't matter what he does. It matters that they think the opposition is Nazis.
Yes, I guess.
Which they're not. That's all that matters. It's that's why I don't vote. That's why I don't like getting into these political conversations with George, because George still argues from a place of this is interesting because it has merit as a conversation. It doesn't have merit.
It's all corrupt.
It does. The second 2015, when the Chinese people.
I heard the Canadian government is the tax people. They fired a bunch of their own employees who took advantage of the CERB.
The CRA,
You didn't see this?
CRA employees.
That's amazing.
The last thing I read about CERB was that they're saying maybe we shouldn't refund, like we shouldn't go after the people who took it when they didn't need it.
Well, here
I think they should.
No. Here's the issue that they're gonna have. I agree that if you didn't need it, you shouldn't. However, this is a very and this was Harry that was talking to me in the beginning. It's very fucked up the situation with it because the way they had produced. First of all, need it. You shut everyone down, right? So now the argument is, and everyone paid into it. This is from government taxes. So the weirdness is you're telling, let's say Poseidon, you paid all these taxes. This guy's allowed to have the 2Gs. You're not allowed to have the 2Gs that you both paid into, or maybe you paid into it and he didn't, because they were giving it also to kids that were working summer jobs. So that's gonna be a mind fuck. It's gonna be a minefield when you go into court.
Because like I got fucked during COVID, right? Like I wasn't working for fucking months, so I needed the CERB at some point, and I was like, well, you're not letting me work. I'm gonna have to take this fucking money. But the second I heard they announced the money, it wasn't like, oh, good, they're helping me out. I was like, oh, I'm so fucked a year from now. Like I knew. I was like, we don't have this money. Where's this money coming from? We can't just print money.
Remember the lockdown months where they wouldn't even letting us rent the studio out, do all that shit? We couldn't tour. Remember the bad months when we were here?
Yeah, that 8 months, whatever it was.
And they were sending like a certain percentage for my business, like a rent subsidy or whatever the fuck. I may have made a mistake, but not against me. I just realized now. What I was doing when I would get those, they would give me a couple $100 here, this and that for the rent. I would count those as revenue.
Oh.
Which is in my detriment.
Yes, absolutely.
I only realize now. So
you don't have to pay tax on top of it.
I did because every time they would send to me, I would calculate, like, okay, the way I saw it is I'm running my business. They're saying, but it's revenue, like it's coming in, and I'm just using it for the rent. For those technically. So I overtaxed myself.
Nice. Shit.
So I'm waiting for them to bring it up to me, so I could be like,
No, you should bring that up. You shouldn't wait on them. You should be like, hey, I'm pretty sure I made a mistake.
I'm 100% sure. I know what I did. I thought it was income.
So on your next income tax statement, like when you do your declaration, you need to make a correction and say like a line item that says we, misappropriated these funds.
We didn't misappropriate funds. So don't fucking say that.
We mislabeled these funds. They weren't revenue. They were this. But no, it's in your favor. It's in your best interest to do so. To fix it. Because I've made mistakes on like what's revenue, what's not, and my accountant just the next quarter or whatever says, correction. It's not all the correction. It has a specific term. I just don't remember what it is because I don't do my own taxes. I'm an idiot.
I'll tell my tax guy.
Yeah. But,
do you know how many people pulled scams with PO boxes with a CERB?
Yeah. I did the opposite of a scam. I scammed myself.
Individuals who never ever stopped working.
Dude, you don't understand.
Completely fine, and they were getting CERB also, and they never had to pay it back.
Exactly.
You don't understand. I saw dudes in the hood, bro.
Dudes in the hood.
Go from like a fucking Toyota Corolla, bro, 2005 to like a Mustang.
If you were
GT.
smart and sketchy and owned a restaurant during COVID, you're retired now.
What?
It's that simple.
No.
The amount of subsidies that came in through restaurants.
No, it wasn't that much. We had our restaurant friends who lost their restaurants. The restaurants that were smart were the ones that shifted, and I know this for a fact,
delivery
right away to delivery.
Yeah.
They got rid of their in-house staff, only kept the kitchen staff, and
still
just
got
started
the
delivering.
Subsidies, still got the wage subsidies,
They
still
made
got the rent subsidy.
They made more money during the pandemic. I remember those months than they were making previously.
I know someone who opened a restaurant, a pizza place,
for them, bro.
a month before COVID. Ran it all through the pandemic, and 2 months ago he's like, it's not worth it now that all that shit's it was back to normal. He shut the restaurant down. He's selling. He doesn't give a shit. He made his money.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
If you were smart and you had a restaurant and you were a little bit sketchy.
No, you didn't have. You keep saying that, but I'm telling you.
Well, you gotta be a bit sketchy if you're gonna just fucking.
What are you talking about? And no one could get out. They were just the deliveries were off the hook. He couldn't get the guy that I'm talking
Uber
about.
Eats guys.
He couldn't get enough pizzas out. He's like, bro, I need people, but they all have to be kitchen staff. I gotta keep making pizzas. It's crazy.
Uber Eats guys were making. I think like I spoke to one Indian
at the beginning
guy.
of the pandemic. I remember this.
He was. I think it was making like $6-7 grand in a month.
And you never had talked to them.
Uber Eats drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you never had talked to them.
Drivers.
Bro. They were dropping it off. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, like money on money on money on money on money.
Why didn't you drive Uber Eats during?
I tried, but they banned my account.
They wouldn't let him.
Why? What'd you do?
I don't know.
Sexually assaulted a pizza.
The American pizza pilot.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no idea.
Interesting. That's very
I
interesting.
have no idea. I keep trying to. I've called 1,000,000 times. Nothing.
I still can't believe the pandemic happened sometimes. I think about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Things were going so nice.
And some of them.
This was the time, Zoobs. This was the time.
And some of them I spoke to, they were doing the Serb.
No, Zuber.
They were even doing Serb.
I just scored.
They were even doing Serb, and they were doing.
He's been trying to score for a while since he came back from injury. The Swiss, and he picked the right time to fucking put it in.
So yeah, Phil.
1-0.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Some of them even did the Serb, but like the Serb scam, you know?
What was the Serb scam?
Tell me about the
Where like they collected multiple Serbs, but they're one person.
Oh, the Indian thing.
Yeah. So and I spoke to guys like this.
Was it Indians or Pakistanis that were doing it? I don't remember. I think it was Pakistanis. Oh, both. They were.
I spoke to
names.
No. When I found out about this, was crazy. You know what I'm talking about. They have multiple IDs.
Yeah.
It's the same guy, and they have not just multiple IDs here. he has a fake I don't know, maybe he has multiple real names, I don't fucking know. Montreal, Toronto, and they would go collect them from different. He collected 3 times. At the beginning of the pandemic, that's when I first
Some
found
of
out
them
about
were
these
making
scams.
like 20 grand a month.
What the fuck? How do you have? Don't you need a social insurance number for each of those IDs?
No.
I remember signing up for CERB and I had to give my SIN.
You don't
it was
need
connected
multiple.
to my banking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have it mailed.
Yeah.
Ah, you can have it mailed.
And they're getting
Interesting.
checks. Yeah. Not just that, they have just all kind. Like it's.
You can have an ID with a PO box associated.
And they
to
also
the-
have full IDs. Like they have like your son, Jeep, whatever. But it's the same guy, and he has different profiles.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
6 names.
In
anyways.
Ontario, yeah, he has this sin, and yeah, it's crazy.
That's so fun.
Yeah, scams are. So on the one hand, I understand the government.
Look, man.
Like for everything that you think, like, oh, I said that it was $47, but really it was $45. Like for all that, that's not what they care about. What they care about is this kind of shit where they're like, yo, we just gave one guy 20 G's when he should have got 2. He deserved 2, but he got 20. That's the problem. It's guys like that fuck it up for everyone else.
Those aren't the guys that fucking chasing.
And then no, they chase them, but then in the chase, they'll find the guy that is like for $5, and they're like, Jesus Christ, we just spent a month of resources to go through this guy's books, and we owe him $20. Like, because that, like, for example, for me,
Wait,
that's what
what?
would happen. Because I have all my shit, I have every line item, everything I do. So if they would go back and look at mine, all that they would find out is like, oh fuck, we owe this idiot money because he put it as revenue.
Yeah, I got the dumbest thing from Revenue Quebec last month. They're like, they sent me a letter. They're like, you owe us $142 because you paid your last quarterly installment late. So I looked. I'm like, no,
I don't do
didn't.
quarterlies.
Oh, you do it all at the end of the year.
I do it all at the end of the year, and that's why I'm suffering through a depression.
Yeah, well, that's why I stopped doing it so that I could break it up. So I answered them and like I called and I was like, hey, I got this letter. I have proof that I did pay on time. I don't know what happened on your end. Sorry. I'm not paying this. They're like, yeah, but according to our records, you paid late. I'm like, well,
Wait, you
according
told
to
me this.
my records, I paid on time. She was like, ooh. I was like, what do you mean, ooh? I just give you the copy and you see it. And she's like, we don't really have a system where you can provide us with that. I'm like, what do you mean? I provide you with documentation all the time. Yeah, but what is this, like a screenshot? I'm like, no, it's a PDF. It's like my bank statement. Ooh. I'm like, okay, fucking forward my call up. They forwarded me up to like 2-3 people who nobody could give me a straight answer.
Yeah.
And the last person, she's like, oh, I know how to fix this. Give me a second.
Oh, my
and then
God.
hung up.
That's
Just
exactly.
hung up on me.
It's like, I know how to fix
Problem
this.
fucking
It's
solved.
like, I know how to fix this. Deal with someone
that,
else,
That
goofy.
whole thing, 55 minutes of my time,
Yeah.
and I just haven't had the heart to fucking call again.
I have
Like, I
an
don't want
issue.
to wait on the fucking phone.
I gotta check with Amazon. Amazon's being a little weird with me. I signed
Why?
up for that corporate account. I'm
Yeah,
never
why?
using it again.
No, it's not worth it. I looked into it. I was like,
Oh.
no, I'm fine with my Prime account.
Yeah, and because they won't let you pay normally, you have to send them a check. Like it's
What?
super complicated. So then I sent them a check, this and that, and then I paid everything. They took the check. I saw they cashed it, and then
They're good at that part.
yeah, and then they're like, you owe us another $12. Like from where? Why would I owe you more money? I
Yeah, I
paid
remember you
what-
telling me about this.
What are you talking about?
I got, speaking of Amazon, yesterday out of the blue, I get a notification that says you've been refunded $24 for an OXO, you know, the company OXO.
No.
They make like kitchenware.
I don't know them.
OXO meat thermometer. I'm like, oh,
Is this a Women's Day related topic?
I mean, I guess it could be.
Okay.
Meat thermometer. So I look at it, I was like, what the fuck is this? So I call Anna, I'm like, what is this? She goes, I ordered this for Christmas so we can cook the roast, but we didn't use it. I'm like, why did they just refund us 5 months later? She's like, I have no idea. So Anna goes off to figure out this mystery that I've put in her lap. She comes back, she goes, we never received it.
Oh,
I was like, okay. She goes, I guess we didn't notice because we had ordered a bunch of stuff.
they
for the-
yeah.
And it must have just now gotten back to the facility. I'm like, that's fucking nuts. Because I always thought once a package is lost, it goes to the lost package section of Amazon, and then you can buy them in bulk at these like weird stores that open up.
Well, no,
right?
if it's lost, it wouldn't be at a lost package section because if it's lost,
No, I mean, if it's undelivered for whatever reason and it gets left after a certain amount of time, they just consider it lost.
No, I know, but even if that's what happened now, they just consider it lost, so they give
But
you
I
back
didn't know it
your money.
actually goes back. I just
Yeah,
thought
and they
it
give
would,
you your money.
Yeah, I'm just surprised because I didn't prompt it. Mind you, they lost like 6 hard drives last week. I kept ordering a hard drive and it kept just getting lost on the way. I'm like,
Really?
guys, I paid for it once. Then they had to reissue the delivery. Then a second time, I was like, guys, how do you keep? There's other stuff in the package, but only that's always missing. They're like, we don't know. Just we'll send you another one. I was like, this is the weirdest situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of drivers that still should too.
I've busted a few. Like he delivers me a package and he's not expecting me to be home. I'm like, oh hi. He's like, hello. Panic in his eyes. I'm like, what's up? He goes, Amazon delivery. Hands me the box really weird. I'm like, that's weird. And I take one hand off to close the door and the bottom of the box opens. I'm like, what's this? He's like, I don't know. I didn't notice. I was like, yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah, so I always I take a picture. I'm like, look, I received an open package. If there's stuff missing, I tell them. Even if there isn't, I tell them. Because I want to.
Well, I wouldn't incriminate myself on this podcast, but go on.
What do you mean?
Even if there isn't
No, I
stuff
let them
missing,
know that I received.
I tell them stuff's missing.
No, not that stuff's missing. I send them a picture. I'm like, look, I received a package that was not sealed.
Well, look, the good thing about Amazon is if somebody steals your shit, they'll send you another one.
Yeah, they'll cover you. That's fine. But no, I just mean if I'm regularly
insurance
getting,
question, real insurance
I
question.
don't have insurance.
Poseidon, car insurance.
Yes.
Your car insurance, does it only cover stuff that you need to do in your car if you're in an accident?
Sorry? Repeat the question.
Your car insurance.
Be specific.
Does it only cover repairs or whatever due to an accident?
What sort of repair could not be considered?
Let's say you go. Let's say your warranty's over, and your fucking pedal or your gear shift or your steering wheel. I don't know.
They'll cover it.
They'll cover it.
Yeah. So if your transmission blows, they'll cover it. But it's $5,000 for a transmission.
Yeah.
And then the work. So depending on the car that you have, they may just not do it.
Yeah, they might say no.
You know, and they may
good.
be but they'll have to investigate.
Because if you remember, Ford was being bitch. Remember, they never fixed the problem that I had.
Yeah.
And they kept pushing it. Oh, we can't do it now. We can't do it now. We're busy.
What was
We're
the
busy.
issue?
Do the fucking gears, bro.
Oh, now you're out of warranty.
Now I'm out of warranty, so when I go tomorrow,
these
if now they could
motherfuckers,
fix it,
bro.
and be like, okay, so now that I'm out of warranty, now you can magically fix it.
Yeah, no, if that happens,
Did
you're
they tell
gonna
you over
bitch
the
until they
phone
do
or
it for free.
Did they email you
What?
that they couldn't do it? You have
No.
any of that in writing?
I don't think so. Every time I go there, like even last time when I went to change the tires, I even told him I go change tires, and finally you have to fix it. He's like, oh, we don't have time. We don't have time. We could just do the tires.
Who
you
the
have
fuck
to come.
says that? We don't have time.
Yeah.
My place always has time to charge me stuff. Always has time. When
Yeah,
I go
no.
to Hyundai.
Well, me, it's because I was
that
warranty,
reminds me,
so
I
they
gotta
wouldn't
call.
charge me.
Yeah, if they do
console
that,
my new
if they
cars.
do
If
that,
they do it, it's super suspect. Yeah.
yeah, be like, nah. Oh, wait, yeah, no.
The same people that told me I should find a hacker to hack into
Yeah,
my...
no, there's no way.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
What?
Yeah.
Hack into what? Your car?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the gear wouldn't change. Like, well, guys, what am I going to do? I even rented a car. I paid money and I rented a car for a weekend because I had gigs. I had to go work. And I was like, what the fuck? So I drove there twice. I drove there. He brought me there twice to go see them. Like, guys, you got to send someone to my building because I can't get out of the garage. It won't fucking change gears.
That's so weird.
So then the guy's like, yeah. I go, can you send someone with a computer, to bypass? And he goes like this. He looks at me and goes, you know what, a hacker? I go, what? He goes, do you know any hackers, man? They could come and do that for you. And I go, are you joking? Bro, you're Ford. Why would I fucking find a if you don't know how to do it, what kind of hacker am I going to find? It was just crazy.
You know what's crazy?
And then, so we went on forums, and then Viron found out on forums after we did everything that, oh, fuck, it's a known, it happens with these things.
Really?
And Viron's like this. He's like, bro,
it's not a...
No, it's a turn thing. And Viron goes like this to me. He goes, you're not going to believe me? Just try it. I go, what?
Up, down, left, right triangle.
Smack it. I go, what? He's like, just smack it. I go, are you joking right now? You fucking with me. He's like, please just smack it. So I smack it, and then it worked. So now every time it gets stuck, I have to smack it, and it'll work. And he's like, that's what it says in the forums. Like, they couldn't figure out what's wrong with him. Like, it's a defect. So you have to smack it. So then I'm like, okay, that's fucked up, but at least I can drive now.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy? You actually have, I think, the most reliable car Ford has made. That and the Ford Taurus.
That's not saying a lot.
And they made it reliable because of Volvo. They stole a lot from Volvo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, when you pop up the hood, it's very Volvo-esque.
yeah, and it's very that's the only issue with it.
My car also has a smack problem. Sometimes my my entertainment screen just doesn't turn on with the car. No audio, no nothing, unless I get a call. Then it works. It doesn't show, but I can hear the call. Nothing you can do. There's buttons. So I went to Hyundai. They're like, look, we checked. It's working. I'm like, guys, there's clearly a loose wire.
Yeah, something.
They're like, have you tried hitting it? I was like, what? They're like, next time it happens, just give it like a good... I'm like, okay.
Treat
When
it like
happens,
a pussy.
I fucking slapped that thing so hard, the car shook and it just turned on. I'm like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. So tomorrow when I gotta bring it in, because that's what I'm dreading. That they go, oh, now magically that your warranty is over. Now we could fix it. It's gonna cost you
If they
$5,000.
do that, you got to fight with them.
Fight, bro. I'm gonna go public. I'm gonna go crazy on these cocksuckers. They do that. That's such a
That's
predatory
probably
practice.
what they're doing.
That's such a predatory. They've been. How long ago was it? We even got stuck when I was in Ottawa. I remember.
This was in
before the summer.
Before the summer,
Yeah.
early summer. Yeah, I remember because it was
So
warm.
then
It
they
was getting
knew,
warm.
right? Because I kept having the problem. So then when I went back in October to do my tire change and my
When did your warranty
my
end?
maintenance, now February. So when I went to do it in my maintenance, I told him, and he stopped me while I was talking. He was like, but just so you know, we're very busy. We can't do any of that. I go, come on, no. I go, okay, fine. At least give me. I told him replace the battery on my key fob. Like I told him, do the shit that you could do without them. He's like, okay. And then I went to replace the battery. He's like, no, come back when we're not busy. I was like, okay. So then now is the next time I'm going because I keep getting the gear thing coming on, the wrench. And okay, I gotta go check what the fuck's going on with this stupid car. But that's what I'm fearing is when I go now that they could fix, now that the warranty's done. If now they can fix it, it's too suspicious. Like, okay, so I needed a hacker before, but now magically when I'm not under warranty, now you know how to fucking fix it.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, but it'll be fun to take them to court.
I don't know if it'll be fun.
It wouldn't get that far. They would just fix it.
Oh, okay.
Like as soon as it gets to the manufacturer, this is the. Here's the thing, bro. The world of cars is fucking filthy. Okay, they're all
see where my car's
scammers, bro. They're all people that basically it's legal crime.
Yeah.
Same thing with real estate. Once it gets to the manufacturer, then they're just gonna fix it. They won't even bother. It's the dealers that do this all the time. Because then if they have to fix it under warranty, I think it costs them a certain percentage or whatever. Like they split the cost with the manufacturer or whatever, some shit. Or like they don't pay. Or no, I think it's the employees that they pay out of pocket, and the employees are like $100 an hour, and you're not paying for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some
well,
stuff
I'm telling you, I'm not fucking paying. This is gonna be hell.
Yeah, no, I get you, bro. I'd be pissed too. Fuck, I wish I was with you.
You can come tomorrow if you want.
No, I wish I was with you before.
Just take Anna with you.
Just so I could.
People are frightened of her.
Him too. He's a frightening man.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. He's a giant person.
You want to come pick me up in the morning? You want to come meet me there?
Yeah, I'll meet you there tomorrow morning.
7 a.m.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Oh, 7 a.m. Fuck, you're going there early, bastard.
I'm going there early on purpose.
Yeah, okay, I'll come.
I picked the earliest time so that I get my car the same day. Like I strategically.
Yeah. Because fuck, if I was there earlier with you, I would have told them, no. I know what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to.
Yeah, well, you weren't. So like.
Well, you weren't. So now let's just go tomorrow and handle it. Yeah.
Where's this place? Like, is it far?
Marcel.
Oh, that one.
Because if you told them that you're just waiting until I'm out of warranty so you can charge me, they would have panicked and were like, no. And then
well, if they do it now I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
You literally told me in October we don't have time.
Yeah.
And before that, you told me you need a hacker.
Yeah.
And now you could fix it when there's no more warranty.
It's
Get the fuck out of here.
You don't have anything written down because now.
Well, no, I have it on a lot of podcasts too.
He has a witness.
I have a witness too. We have a
Interesting.
I have a fucking good witness, a guy who's very angry. Him.
Yeah.
An angry witness. I love how this thing looks.
Plus, I even called Ford at the time, Ford Canada, and I complained. I go, this and this is happening. They have all, they keep track of everything. And I even told them, I go, this is what they told me. I go, my car can't move. I paid for another one, and I paid for a rental, and they told me to find a hacker. I go, does this seem normal to you? That I'm under warranty, and they're telling me get a hacker.
Corporate behavior.
And the lady's like, the lady actually sided with them on the phone. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? I went crazy.
I can't believe when your lease was up, you bought this car from them.
It was a good deal.
It was a very good deal.
Was it?
Yeah, because he paid. So American cars have very bad residual value, meaning you end up paying most of the value up front on a lease. Even though it was only a 4-year lease, he ended up paying about 70% off of the car. So when it came to return the car, his car didn't actually lose that much value in the market, and I think there was an extra $8,000 more in the market if he were to sell it himself.
Yeah,
and same situation I was in with the Kona.
Buy it. Yeah.
When
So
I went to
it was better for him to buy it and keep it or sell it, but not.
I did the math and I lost about $1,500 because I was like, nah, I'm just gonna keep it. And they're like, no, don't keep it. We'll take it back. I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna buy it and sell it. And they're like, how much money you want? That was the conversation. I was like, well, I can sell it for this. They're like, we'll give you, I think I had looked. I could have sold it for like
good
10.
Dealers.
They gave me like 8. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Fucking take it.
So good dealers, there's a way of doing things. It just a lot of them are dirty, but good dealers, like the dealer I worked at, the Honda, they were very good. They do this when they receive back clients. They go, look, car's worth this much. They were very transparent with people.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my guys were good too, to be completely honest. And like I had gone to Audi just to see for a Q4 or Q3, I forget which one. And I was like, how much will you give me for my car? And they're like, $4,000. I'm like,
yeah, don't trust Audi salesmen.
No, I was just
They're
curious.
the worst.
I did it.
Audi salesmen are.
They're the worst of them
Also,
all.
I got a lesser car than what I'm getting in terms of what I'm getting from the car and size and features and speed, like all that shit. Mind you, it's an Audi, that one. And they wanted like $1,000 a month. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So, but no, Hyundai gave me a good deal for my car. And she told me straight up, she goes, this car right now, people want it. Like, we need this car. This model, this year, there's a lot of requests for it as a pre-owned vehicle. So we're willing to, pay a little bit more. I'm like, okay. Well, but you got to fix the bumper. I'm like, God damn it.
Dude, I had sold used cars that had
this has not.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we got derailed.
Yeah. I've been trying to pull us back.
Have you? You're the one who started this.
No, I've been trying to pull us back for a while, but I was waiting for you to finish your story, and then he started on his. Poseidon, don't worry about cars. Are you going to come tomorrow? We'll just deal with it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll come tomorrow.
I thought we were done with this.
So tonight, Comfort Zone Live from the 3rd Floor Comedy Club on Crescent Street, downtown Montreal. If you cannot make it live in person, don't worry about it. It will be live on this very YouTube channel. You can watch it.
What?
Yeah, we have roast battles, shock collar spots where we're shocking comics with a taser while they tell jokes. It's the best part of the night. The hot spot, the spicy spot, which is they're trying to tell jokes, but they've just eaten something that's like 9 million Kelvins, or whatever the fuck the measure of hotness is.
It's,
and they're going crazy. Scovilles, yeah. And they're crying and they're coughing, and it's a great time. We got lotto spots, comedians that are hoping their name gets pulled out of a hat for them to do a spot that night. We've got all kinds of fun. Poseidon.
Can there be Chinese interference in the way the hat is pulled?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
A lot of Chinese interference. We accept bribes.
Cool.
The panel of myself, Josh Shapiro, and Sarah Quinn is always on fire, and Poseidon is always on the console. So it's a good time. We get to see people, take some photos, watch the show, meet new comedians. Maybe there's comedians you haven't seen. So check that out. Patreon.com/Pantelis for all of this madness. The new shirts have been sent out to selected patrons. Some of the photos they sent us were nice. One of them was just 2 tits. Like it was just a picture of this and mine and Mike's face on the sides because of her huge tits. I didn't think about the sizing thing like with women that, there should be women's shirts for like to mold on their tits, but it still looked cool. So check that out on Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis.
You and Mike had a riff, like you were not talking.
Yeah, we were just looking the other way. Phil Balabanos is online, balabanos.com. Phil makes movies, he makes commercials, and he makes a lot of trouble around the studio. Balabanos.com. Follow Phil. He's also got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. Links are in the description. George is in here, but links for his stuff are also in the description. Check him out. Poseidon on the console. His website is I Am Poseidon. I Am Poseidon. That's literally his website. It's iamposeidon.com. It should be .net or .org, but he selected .com. I Am Poseidon is online. ThePoseidon69, Twitter and Instagram. Follow him. Thank you all. New episode of 2 Drink Minimum currently available on the YouTube channel, and at noon it's available everywhere. Beware.